Hello and welcome. Look, I get it. You spent your morning scrolling through cat videos and now you're here, ready for a deep dive into the potential geopolitical cluster *CC that is Russia potentially invading Kazakhstan. But trust me, this isn't your average doom scrolling session. Over the next however long this video is, we're going to unpack the top 10 reasons why Kazakhstan might find itself on the receiving end of some brotherly love from its larger neighbor. So buckle up, grab your borscht, and let's dive in. And to this day. Let's be honest, folks. In the high-stakes game of global politics, sometimes it's not about what you have, it's about where you are. Nestled strategically in the heart of Central Asia, Kazakhstan is basically the buckle on the Silk Road, that ancient trade route that connected East and West. Control of Kazakhstan gives you access to a whole lot of goodies, from energy resources to potential military outposts. China knows it, Russia knows it, and even the United States knows it, which is why they've all been busy trying to woo Kazakhstan over to their side. It's enough to make you wonder if anyone actually cares about Kazakhstan, or if they're just using it as a pawn in their own geopolitical chess game. Remember those ethnic Russians the Soviets so thoughtfully relocated to Kazakhstan? Well, they're back, baby. And by back I mean they're still there, making up a sizable chunk of the population. These communities have been living in Kazakhstan for generations now, blending into the local culture while still maintaining their unique identity. Kazakhstan is a melting pot of cultures, with ethnic Russians being a significant part of its diverse demographic landscape. They contribute to the rich tapestry of Kazakh society, participating in various aspects of daily life, from business to education. See, Putin has this whole protector of Russians abroad thing going on. He often emphasizes the importance of safeguarding the rights and well-being of Russian communities outside of Russia. It's like his version of a superhero origin story, only instead of being bitten by a radioactive spider, he was bitten by the bug of irredentism. This narrative helps him rally support and justify his actions on the international stage. Protecting your citizens abroad is a noble goal. Ensuring their safety and rights is something any leader should strive for. But when you start using their presence as an excuse to meddle in the affairs of a sovereign nation, it's less protector and more predatory uncle nobody wants to be left alone with at a family reunion. This kind of interference can lead to increased tensions and instability. The Kremlin is busy painting a picture of ethnic Russians being oppressed, discriminated against, and forced to eat their pelmeni with chopsticks. This narrative is designed to evoke sympathy and outrage among the Russian populace. It plays well to the nationalist base back home, and gives Putin the perfect pretext to roll in his tanks under the guise of peacekeeping. This strategy not only bolsters his domestic support but also allows him to exert influence over neighboring countries. Let's be honest, folks. Sometimes international relations boil down to one simple thing: who has the shiny stuff everyone wants? And in the case of Kazakhstan, the answer is a resounding, they do. We're talking oil, baby, and gas, and uranium. Kazakhstan is sitting on a treasure trove of natural wealth, and that makes it a very attractive target for a country like Russia, whose own economy is looking a little, shall we say, anemic. It's like that scene in every heist movie where they're casing the joint and the mastermind points to the vault and says, "That's where they keep the good stuff." And it's not just about the resources themselves. Control of those resources gives you leverage. In a world where power is increasingly measured in barrels of oil and cubic meters of gas, Kazakhstan is looking like a very valuable prize. Let's not beat around the bush here, folks. Vladimir Putin is a man on a mission. And that mission, as far as anyone can tell, is to rebuild the Russian Empire, brick by nostalgic brick. He longs for the days when the Soviet Union bestrode the world stage like a concrete colossus, feared and respected in equal measure. The problem is, the world has moved on. The Soviet Union is dead and buried, and no amount of military parades or shirtless horseback riding is going to bring it back. But that doesn't mean Putin isn't going to try. Kazakhstan, with its long history of Russian influence, its strategic location, and its abundance of natural resources, is the perfect target for Putin's neo-imperial ambitions. Now you might be thinking, hold on a minute, Harry, Kazakhstan isn't exactly a pushover. They've got an army, they've got allies, they've got that Borat guy. Surely they can stand up to a little Russian aggression? And you'd be right. Kazakhstan isn't some helpless bystander just waiting to be swallowed up by its larger neighbor. But here's the thing. Kazakhstan has a weakness that Russia is all too eager to exploit. And that weakness, my friends, is internal instability. Ethnic tensions, economic inequality, political corruption. These are all ticking time bombs just waiting to go off. And who do you think is standing by with a match and a mischievous glint in their eye? That's right, it's Russia. Interests. Now I know what you're thinking. John, this is all very interesting, but you're forgetting one crucial thing. Wars are expensive. Surely even a megalomaniac like Putin wouldn't risk bankrupting his country just to satisfy his imperial ambitions. And to that I say, you underestimate the depths of Putin's delusion, but you're also right. Wars are expensive, and Russia's economy isn't exactly firing on all cylinders. So why would Putin even consider invading Kazakhstan? Well, for starters, he's not exactly known for his sound financial judgment. But more importantly, there are some potential economic benefits to be gained from controlling Kazakhstan. Actions speak louder than words, folks. And right now, Russia's actions are screaming, "We're about to invade." Okay, maybe not screaming, more like whispering menacingly while flexing their biceps. But the point is, there are some worrying signs that Russia might be preparing for military action against Kazakhstan. We're talking troop movements, military exercises, and a whole lot of saber rattling. It's like they're trying to send a message. Don't even think about stepping out of line, Kazakhstan, or you'll face the full might of the Russian bear. Now, to be fair, Russia does this kind of thing all the time. But there's a difference between flexing your muscles and actually throwing a punch. So let's say the worst happens. Let's say Putin finally loses his mind, throws caution to the wind, and orders the tanks to roll into Kazakhstan. What happens next? Well, for starters, expect a lot of strongly worded statements from the international community. The UN Security Council will hold an emergency meeting, where they'll condemn the invasion and call for Russia to withdraw its forces immediately. But let's be real, folks. Nobody's sending in the Marines to save Kazakhstan. So there you have it. The top 10 reasons why Russia might invade Kazakhstan. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? That in the 21st century, a country can just decide to invade another country for no good reason other than they want their stuff and they think they can get away with it. If you enjoyed this descent into geopolitical madness, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the terrifying and often hilarious world of international relations. Until then, stay informed, stay vigilant, and for the love of all that is holy, someone please get Putin a hobby that doesn't involve invading his neighbors.